Hello everybody, and welcome to creating your first run in MPRUN. Let's get started. So we're going to start with basic navigation, which is just selecting, panning, zooming, this and that. So select tool is just spacebar key up here. If you hover over any of these, you can get tooltips. I'll try to keep this tutorial short and simple, just so you know. Select by clicking and dragging, like this, or by clicking elements. Okay, pretty easy. Pan with the pan tool, which is the P key, or if you have a mouse, you can use your middle mouse button. If not, if you're on a trackpad, just click and drag with the pan tool active. Pretty simple things. Zoom in, zoom out is done with the trackpad or the mouse wheel. Now we're gonna draw our course. I'm gonna go for a slopestyle course, which is pretty easy to draw, simple, you know. Teaches you a lot. I know the majority of people using these is going to be drawing slopestyle runs. So let's get started. The first thing you just saw me did was open this libraries panel. These each do their individual things. We're just going to use the libraries and properties panel today. So I'm going to drag and drop what I want, which is I want this jump right here, but if you can't find that, just click jump SVG, and you can drag and drop it. Now this is an SVG file, which means it can be scaled and distorted to any size, and it won't be all pixelated and blocky. So pretty cool stuff right here. Next, I want a rail. We're setting up our course right now. So long rail right here. Awesome. I like this setup. So let's arrange these. You can just move them around with your mouse. I like where they're at. We also have a bunch of tools up here if you want to perfectly align them, if you have major OCD. So this is perfect right now for me. I'm fine with this. Let's draw our paths now that we've set up our course. So our path is basically where we're gonna ride, and it's pretty easy to draw. We have a tool for that, which is nice. So I'm gonna select the properties panel. Make sure you come here to appearance, fill, and change it to this transparent color here. You can change it to whatever you like, but we're turning it off right now because we don't want to draw shapes, which that just fills in the inside of the thing. So I'm gonna just click and drag with this path tool selected over here, which is just the L key. Click and drag like that. Okay, my path looks really ugly. So I'm gonna use the tools path smooth path. So it's not less jagged now, or it's less jagged now. And now this path looks a little wonky. It's kind of crooked. It goes all over the place. We have a tool for that, and believe it or not. So you can either press the S key or come here to this tool button right here, which is a multi-use, which means it can, if you right click it or hold down on top of it, it has 3 tools all in one. I'm gonna grab the sculpt tool, and I'm gonna basically sculpt my path. You see how it edits right here, and we're gonna move it around to however we like it, right? And you can see we got our initial edge in, and then wah, you know, do whatever trick you like there. This is where we're riding. Okay, remember that. Keep that in the back of your head. So I'll edit this one right here. You can see how this can be very specific if you like, if you really want to make it detailed and spend a lot of time. So I like where everything's at. I'm going to select it all and just give it a little nudge to the left. Now we're good. We have our course set up and our path through the course drawn. Next, let's come here to the stroke panel. Click that button. These just change the colors of strokes, which are what color that red was, which is the line. Fully customizable. I'm going to choose a nice blue. Choose whatever you like. Click OK. We're changing the color because you don't want to have red on top of red, or else you won't be able to see. So this tool I clicked over here, you might not have seen it. It's called the line and label tool. Just click the T key or click that button, and you might see when you click and drag, there's an arrow. This is pointing to what you're going to do, where you're going to do it at. So in this case, for a skier or a snowboarder, you might want to do a backside 720, or you might want to do a left cork 900, you know, whatever. So I'm a snowboarder, I'll go with the backside, and you might see this suggestion box right here. It's suggesting what you might want to type. You can scroll through and see just all the suggestions. I'm gonna go with backside 720, and if you're a skier, just do left, right, whatever you prefer. It doesn't even matter at this point. So I have that there, which is, I'm gonna hit this jump and do a backside 720. Okay. Next, I'm going to hit this rail, right? So I might want to label what trick I'm going to do on this rail. I might want to do a frontside board slide. Perfect. Looks great, right? You can choose whatever you want if you're a skier, snowboarder. It's both are compatible like that. It's not just for one group. So this is pretty much where we need to be to save our run or do whatever you want when you're done with it. I'm gonna come up here to this file menu and click export canvas, but you might have seen this option, save to iCloud, which means it can be saved to your phone or Apple device or whatever. It's good to visualize this stuff, so I'm gonna export it and print it out. You'll see this dialog and you can select multiple. There's only one canvas on the scene. When there's multiple, you can choose which one you want to export just by scrolling through those. So I have canvas 1, and I don't want a transparent background. I might want a watermark. You don't have to add the watermark, that's just an option. Click export, save it to my downloads folder, that's where I prefer. I'm going to choose a PNG. Let's call this my first run. Yes, perfectly. So I'll click save. Yes, I do want to replace it. Then this will pop up. This is just your system file viewing dialog. And yeah, now we have a full-fledged course drawn. This is the future for athletes. Thank you.